Hey guys, Dave Hathaway. I'm out checking out a rental property to purchase. And after I walked through this, I wanted to make a video because I thought it was a great learning lesson, great takeaway for investors, so you don't have to learn the hard way. This is a property that's right around Mandalman Mall. It's an area that I like, that I think has potential. And I'm gonna scroll the B-roll of the listing photos. One of the learning lessons is speed. As an investor, you have to be confident to have the speed to be able to get out to a property, get somebody else out to a property, to get an offer on the property. The other learning lesson is don't trust the listing photos. So this is a property, I didn't have time to come out to look at it, but the numbers are amazing. Cash flows really well. It looks like it's in amazing shape and doesn't need that much to fix up. Shame on me for thinking about that, but I didn't come out to it right away because I was busy. And 30 days later, when it's still in the market and I was out checking out our own projects, I decided, hey, let me stop by that property. I mean, it's crazy that it's still in the market to me, but maybe nobody likes that area. So I came over to this property, and that first learning lesson, don't trust the listing photos. And as you can see, I'm gonna flip the camera around. I'm gonna walk you around here in 2 seconds, but I'll show you all the different stuff. All right, guys, as we go through the property, this is something that does not show on the photos. So they did LVP flooring, but they did a terrible job. As you can see here, if you can see all around, needs all quarter round. They left a pretty big gap all the way around. Not the biggest job, not the biggest deal, but they did it on the stairs, and you can see they just went around the poles instead of taking them out and doing it the right way. They just finished it here, which makes no sense and looks terrible. And on the stair front, you're supposed to have stair nose, and you probably can't match it. There's probably no stair nose that looks like this, and that's why they just cut it and left it like this. If you can see going all the way up, just looks terrible. They did not a great job. And you can see right here, they just put, finishing screws in there. So that's number one. Number two, which you cannot feel or see because you're not the property, is this property slopes massively down and to the right. You're not going to be able to see that. They don't say anything in the listing photos, but I basically feel like I'm dropping off a cliff. So as we walk through this property, I know right off the bat, hey, I got some issues somewhere. And if we look down in here, oh yeah, you can see big gaps all the way down there. Looks like the floor might be pulling away. The joist might be pulling away. So my assumption, and I haven't gone down to the basement, my assumption is there's water damage down there. If you look over here, you can see they built up a bunch of flooring. So that's the kitchen flooring, and it looks nice. But they have HardieBacker on top of subfloor, and then on top of the HardieBacker, they have Durarock, and then they have a bunch of, looks like maybe self-leveling cement, mortar going on to really make this floor flat, because it probably is not going to be flat with the crazy whatever is going on downstairs in the basement. You just tell the little gap by the light switch. You can just tell whoever did the work either didn't care, wasn't licensed, wasn't a professional. They did it the cheap and easy way, but it's just a shoddy job. You can see under here in the photos, this island looks like it's pretty good, but there's a big gap here that's got to be fixed. There's just lots of stuff that the listing photos is not going to show you. The cabinets look great. They are great. They're probably new to newer. Looks like they just finished this. So there is stuff that you could keep from this property. But the other learning lesson that's huge, other than don't trust the listing photos, is if you see a little bit of shoddy work, you should be looking for a lot of shoddy work. Let me see if I can get these lights on. All right, got one light on. You can see up here coming down, there's lots of cracks in this wall going all the way down. That also says foundation issues to me. Let's go down the stairs. I feel like I'm falling down these stairs because they're all off. I don't know if you guys can tell, but those stairs are like falling that way. And I feel like I'm in a hole over here and over here. So you can tell there's probably water that's coming down and it's causing the foundation to sink that way. I bet you if I go outside and look at downspouts, which I haven't done, I bet you can see the downspouts are probably pouring down to the foundation. Is there anything I can see in here? Oh, you can see that they re-poured a foundation down here, probably to make it flat, even though it's not helping with a sinking foundation. You probably can't see this, but this is new cement. I can see the edges, and then I see it's a gap there on the edge from where it's moving. What else? I mean, you can see more cracks up here coming down. Cracks in the ceiling aren't the worst. It's more you're looking for cracks in the walls, but cracks in general. And you can see over here, there's like some dark spots. Looks like they've had water. Water's been coming in. You got a lot of rotting. You got rotting up there. Could be, it probably is just water damage, but it could be termite damage as well. But you just got a lot of stuff. So you know the listing photos look amazing. You can see what they just put in the laminate. They just have it down here. This is one where we call it's putting lipstick on the pig. So we're gonna go on up, see what else we can see in the upstairs. But not only are you, so now anything that's covered up that they've done that you can't see, like wiring, maybe they did a bunch of new outlets. You don't know if they're grounded right. You don't know what's going on this property. So you want to be super, super skeptical with all the work that's been done, because you can tell they didn't care about quality. They didn't care about a lot of stuff. And up here, I mean, I don't see anything. I can, like, the outlets are super low. It's not to code height down there. It's like really low off the ground. Anything else? And up here, the floors are sloping down. So they definitely they got a lot of water issues, a lot of stuff, and that's what you're gonna wanna look for in properties. You don't want this one to be your first rental property, all right? You don't want this one to be, they got, looks like, and you can tell, they took out these two handles here, shoved some cement in there. Looks like somebody might be still showering here, so it works. But you don't want this to be your first project, because you're going to open up, everything that you open up is going to be a can of worms. And I haven't even checked out the windows. We don't know about the roof. Roof appears to be in good shape, and it's got a lot of original wood, so there could be lead paint over here. Not sure. I actually don't know when the property was built, but that's going to be a big factor. But you can tell just with all this recessed lighting that somebody did a lot of electrical work. So now you have exposed wires. If I really wanted the property, which I don't, I'd be popping a lot of those recessed lights down to see how they wired them, and if they caught, if they did it wrong, if they did it to code. But this is not one that we're going to put an offer on. I thought it would be good practice, even though we're not interested in this property, to talk about what would have to be done to this property construction-wise to make it a good long-term rental. So what will we have to do? Number one, you have to figure out water issues, and you have to push the water away from the property so you're no longer dealing with those water issues on the foundation. You don't want all the water from the rooftops to go right down into your foundation. So you're going to extend all the gutters and downspouts out as far as you can. The minimum is 8 to 10 feet, but you want to get those away from the property, push them out to the alleyway, push them out to the street. Second thing is you're going to have to level out the floors. What does this mean? This probably means ripping up all the laminate, redoing joists, and leveling it out properly. It doesn't mean putting added flooring on to level it out. It doesn't mean pouring concrete downstairs in the basement, which they've already done to try to level it out. You have to level it out properly so you can know, hey, I have good structure, I have good bones of the property, that moving forward, it's going to be a great long-term rental. How much does this cost? It's going to be expensive, it's going to be painful, and it's not going to be enjoyable. It is not quick work to do any of that stuff. That's why it's not for us. There's so many properties in Baltimore City. You could just go and find a different one. You don't need to purchase this one. Even with the purchase price, you don't want to deal with that stuff as a newer investor. So hope that helps, guys. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that tour. I hope you take those learning lessons to heart. The don't trust listing photos, the if you see shoddy work, be skeptical of all work that was done in the house, and do extra diligence on the property. If you like this kind of content, if you find it valuable, we'd love you thumbs up the video, click the bell notification so you can see all the educational content that we put out each and every week to help you be a better investor. I'll see you on the next episode.